Jay Haynes with the Film Sensei YouTube channel. Today in this video, I'm going to show how to create this video in text effect with a reflection. So what I'm going to do is start by using this urban video and drop it onto the video track. And then I want to add my text. So I will select text tool and then just type in my text, and then I'll go ahead and adjust that to how I want it.
A few moments later.
Now that I've done that, I'll go ahead and just extend this to the end. Now the thing is, the text will need to be on the underneath of the urban video or this video. So I'm just going to grab this video and I will just drag it to a track that's above that. Now to get the video to be inside of the text, all I have to do is change the blend mode of the urban video from normal to multiply. And it's really that simple. So if that's what you're looking for, then that's all you need. Now, if I want to create a reflection, then I will want to adjust the text so that it can be reflected. So I will start by adjusting this so that the base of it is right at the midline, and it's a little bit too big, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this down a bit, maybe center it, and then I will adjust again. And then when I'm happy with how that looks, I can move on. The next thing I need to do is go to the Effects tab and search and find Reflections. And reflection can be found under the Generate folder. And then all I need to do is just drag that reflection effect into the text layer itself. And now I have a very nice reflected text. However, if I want the video to also be reflected, then I would just go ahead and drag the reflection into the effects of the video as well. And so now that mirrors on both sides. Okay? And if that's what you're looking for, great, then you're done from here. But what if you want to create a little bit of a blur effect on the reflection so it's not as crisp and as sharp as the actual text? What you'll want to do is, under the blurs folder, go ahead and find any one of these blurs, it doesn't matter which one, and then just drag that into the layer above the video, creating a grade layer with the blur effect on it. Now, you'll notice that the blur effect is being applied to everything. We don't necessarily want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my rectangular mask tool, and then I'm just going to mask the bottom half of this. Now you'll notice that I made this mask really big. The reason is because if I want, I can sort of grade that blur where it's sharper up here and then more blurry as it gets further from the top text. I can do that by opening up the mask properties, and under shape, look for feather. I'll change the feather type from both to just inside feather, inside of the mask, and then I'll just adjust that feather strength. And you can see that as I adjust that, if I continue, it will make the whole thing very, very sharp again. But as I pull this back, it starts to create a sort of blur on the bottom side, but on the top side, it's sort of very, very crisp and sharp. So I'll just kind of figure out exactly how sharp I want that to be and how I want that to sort of grade. And so now if you're happy with that look, great, then you don't have to go any further. But I have one more little tiny thing that I'm going to add, and that is a pond ripple effect. And you can find this in the free version of HitFilm as well as in the regular version. And I'm just going to drag that here onto the grade layer itself. I know, crazy. And now what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and increase the amount of droplets per second to 50, so you can see all those droplets in there, right? And then if I open up the droplet animation, I can slow those down quite a bit, okay, to about 0.5. I can go ahead and up the lifetime so that way it doesn't ever end. But then under droplet shape, I can go ahead, increase the number of droplets if I want, but more importantly, let me reset that, is increase the size of those droplets. So that way I can have a little bit of ripple effect, right? while this is playing, see? And I can make that adjustment however I want. Now, the real key here is in the displacement itself. The displacement can be pulled down so that it's very, very subtle, maybe 0.03 for this particular video. And you can see there's just a little bit of wavering, almost like a displacement effect, but it's not a displacement effect. And the reason I'm not using the displacement effect is because the displacement needs to be in a layer only. In other words, it needs to be in a composite shot. And you'll notice that I'm doing this completely in the editor timeline. So now, if I want to take this video and replace it, then I can do that. I can just sort of remove this video and place a new video instead. Now, again, I will want to, under the controls panel, change the blend mode to multiply. And then again, if I wanted to reflect that, I would add the reflection technique. Maybe on this version I won't, just as an example. And then also, if I want to change the text, all I have to do is just back it up and type something else, right? And it looks great. So I'm Jay Haynes for the Film Sensei YouTube channel. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.